Doctor versus plumber. Who is wealthier? You've probably wondered at some point in your life what should be your career path to lead a professional life of wealth and success. Many have claimed that to be truly successful, you need to do what you enjoy doing best, although others would rather do what nets them more money instead. Today, we'll be talking about two controversial career paths, the doctor and the plumber. Keep watching to find out who is wealthier. Welcome to 9-Figure Life, your place for daily motivation and inspiration. If you want to be part of our giveaway, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment the hidden message. There's a very heated debate on the net worth of a doctor and a plumber at a certain point in their life. One might instantly believe that the doctor will have a higher net worth. But is this what really happens? Because if it were that way, then we wouldn't have made this video in the first place. Let's take a closer look at each career path better. A doctor, physician, or any other iteration of a medical practitioner is one of the most prestigious career paths available to people. It's also one of the most expensive, demanding, and has a high burnout rate among students, who end up realizing they are not cut out to be doctors when they have to put in so many hours studying the complexity of the human body. The selling point here is that doctors tend to command some of the highest salaries available in every country of the world, without exception. But many people will be motivated to be doctors not by the money, but because they are actually helping people and saving lives with their job. Not only does this bring them quite a lot of wealth, but also a great amount of satisfaction and love for what they do. Doctors also conduct valuable research on the importance of physical and biological health. However, what happens when you become a plumber instead of a doctor? Well, to start, plumbers aren't as prestigiously regarded as most doctors are. They can earn good income, and they are a necessary profession in society. As if they weren't necessary, they wouldn't really be a profession in the first place. But they probably don't earn as much as doctors. Or do they? Let's do a close comparison on each career path and how they end up where they are. Of course, schooling is an important part of being a doctor. You have to undergo several years of study to even call yourself a medic. And afterward, probably lots of certifications, tests, and state-required licenses that all require even more schooling, studying, and whatnot. For starters to become a doctor, one must first obtain a 4-year undergraduate degree, followed by 4 years of medical school and 3 to 7 years of residency training. Now, depending on if the doctor wants to specialize in a particular field like neurology or cardiology, that might require an additional 2 to 3 years of fellowship. For some who have that passion, this may not seem like an eternity. But for others, well, it is. And let's not forget that all of this means money. Even with scholarships, grants, and other types of financial aid available to students, most will end up having to take a loan to be able to afford the entirety of their career. Becoming a doctor can cost around $50,000 for a semester in med school. And by the time they are out, they probably have incurred between $180,000 or even more in debt. And that's in the best case scenario. Because for those without an unlimited amount of wealth available at their disposal for their studying purposes, they may end up paying more than that to be able to pay off their student debt. Meanwhile, a plumber simply begins as an apprentice. As per Rooter Hero 24-Hour Plumbing and Rooter Services, which posted an in-depth article on the matter, the apprenticeship. The apprentice learns under journeymen and master plumbers the tricks of the trade with real hands-on experience. Most states require a professional license in order to become a plumber. Requirements to obtain a license vary and could include additional in-class education requirements that typically require 500 to 750 hours. The safety courses are performed by OSHA and also include first aid and CPR training, on top of courses related to blueprint reading and plumbing basics. Once this is over and a license can be obtained, plumbers work as journeymen, after which they can apply to become master plumbers. Unlike college tuitions, apprenticeships are paid and usually cost from $800 to $1,000. Moving on to the next area of comparison, we'll talk about the income potential of each career path. Doctors earn a very substantial income from their profession. They are often cited as one of the most lucrative professions in the U.S., and many doctors are among the richest working professionals in the country, especially those who specialize in advanced fields. A neurosurgeon or a cardiologist could easily make $200,000 a year from their job earnings, so there's no doubting that their income is among the best possible. The average income for a doctor during their residency is between $50,000 to $70,000 annually. Once the 3 to 7 years of residency is complete and they have completed the required fellowship for their residency, they usually see a significant pay increase, around $200,000 to $300,000 per year. More if they go into private practice. However, let's remember that they aren't able to access this income during their training years, unlike the apprenticeship. So unless they have a way to pay off their loans while they are doing so, then they are in for quite a long time paying off all their expenses. As we explained earlier, plumbers get paid right away from an apprenticeship. While plumbers might only earn around $12 an hour in the beginning, it is still paid training, while doctors aren't paid for studying. After their apprenticeship is over, journeyman plumbers usually earn around $50,000 a year. This increases to over $100,000 once they gain experience and apply to become master plumbers. In fact, their income potential might multiply tenfold if they hire other plumbers and open their own shop, turning their job into a whole business. Now here's where things begin balancing each other. Doctors need to pay off their loans before their earning potential multiplies. Unless they do so, their income will be very much decreased for several years. And that's excluding them taking other types of loans that they'll require to move on with their lives, such as mortgages and car loans if they even manage to afford one. Plumbers might not earn as much in the beginning, but since they start making actual money earlier, they have a higher potential to invest than doctors because of their early access to money and lack of need to pay off loans. So they can start investing a portion of their income right from the beginning. If a plumber plays his cards intelligently and starts investing at a young age, the compound interest will allow them to retire earlier than the doctor. Finally, their lifestyle choices and career paths sadly do affect how they are expected to live their lives. Have you ever expected to find a plumber buying things at a luxury shop, or perhaps living in a giant apartment in Manhattan? Probably not many. Although at the end of the day, both doctors and plumbers are people and can choose to live their life as they want. However, doctors are expected to spend a lot and hang out with a prestigious crowd, along with other career paths, such as lawyers. Doctors are always on call, and they can work long hours. This is time spent away from their family and loved ones. While plumbers do work long hours, there's a little bit more freedom and less pressure and demand. The doctor can earn a lot more money than the plumber in the long term if he manages to pay off his loans faster. But by the time he has, the plumber will have a wider array of assets available at his disposal, opening the possibility for him to earn more money than the doctor in the long term. They might even break even and end up earning the same. But it'll be more than 20 years before a doctor reaches the same amount of assets as a plumber given similar spending and saving habits. And since doctor spending habits are not the same as plumbers, who aren't expected to live an extravagant lifestyle, the social pressure also has an important and often ignored role in the grand scheme of things. In any way, both of them are important professions, and you should do what you love doing if you want to be rich, as it will pay off more than money ever will. Well, who would expect there to be such a difference between one of the most prestigious career paths in the world and another not so prestigiously regarded, but still very much necessary in society? We need both doctors and plumbers for our society to function anyway, so they are both very important. Thank you for staying with us. Don't forget to leave us a like, share this video with your friends, and also subscribe to our channel to receive more engaging business content like today's video. And if you want to be a part of our giveaway, remember to comment the hidden message. The winners are announced on our Instagram page. Hey, if you enjoyed our video, you just have to watch this one. 8 jobs that can make you a millionaire. What job can make you a millionaire in no time? Many people are currently in the global workforce sitting in office jobs from 9 to 5, filling out paperwork in desks, or maybe working outside in something that doesn't require them to sit around. But the truth that encompasses all of these people is that they are working and probably wishing that they weren't. The facts stand that most people around the world want to become millionaires, perhaps because they want to stop working, or because they simply want more money for more financial security. This is why we've